Welcome to a short introduction of the ComicReply contest platform. We will start by just reviewing the structure of the system. This is basically an app in HTML5 that can be published as a mobile app in Android and iOS or other formats, but it can also be published on the web as a website, a mini contest site, or inside a Facebook app in basically an iframe in a Facebook page. We will start by just reviewing the general format. So there's a main page and there are menus on the side. So on the left side we have a menu with all the main functions of the operating system. There's a watch and vote. We call it a watch and vote because that's where you watch comics and other entries and vote for your favorites. And then there's a contest, a list of contests. It could be many contests running at the same time or over time. Your profile, messages, your creations, and your prizes. Over time, there'll be physical prizes and virtual prizes. On the left side, we have a menu for creating things. So in this particular app, we included everything at the same time, but it could be separated. So some contests might have a comics app or a drawing app or a character making app, we make an avatar or a voice story or a narration contest or a postcard contest. Then there's many or other formats. Then there are sharing tools where you can share by email, SMS, Facebook, Twitter, etc. And now let's go through the basic format of a contest. So basically, it starts with a contest page where you have a list of the active contests that are running right now and past contests that finished, and you can see who are the winners and the creations people made for it. So let's select the contest. Every contest page has starts with basically the logo of the brand, the title of the contest, a banner explaining what this contest is about, what can you win, what you need to do to win. It could be a drawing, or it could be making the comics of your pet, or it could be just making something with a cartoon element, stuff like that. There's a contest countdown, so you know how long you have before the contest is over. It also entices urgency to create stuff. You scroll down and you can see different elements that different entries that people made. You can vote for them. When you click on prizes, you can see what you can win in this contest. You click on rules and you can see the privacy and the contest rules, and you can see that this information comes from the database, so you can change it in the administration panel. You can see the entries and enter the contest. So let's view some of the entries. There's two different views. You can basically view by tile view or by a list view. You can also browse by the latest, so the most voted or the most viewed. If you click on any entry, you can view it, you can vote for it, you can share it on social networks, you can see who made it, how many votes and views they got. You can scroll through different things that people made and close it. And these are actual real entries that people made for different contests we had during the development period. And now let's go to actually entering the contest. When you enter the contest, you get a page like this. So let's make a comics. This is a unique format that we came up with to create things. So you'll see that it starts with an empty canvas. You can always see the logo of the brand. You can see the name of the contest. You can always save here. And the first thing you want to do is name your comics or other creation. You can select a scene, which is the background picture. That can be a picture from the admin panel, uploading a photograph from your computer, or taking a picture from the mobile app. Here you'll see a unique interface that we came up with, which is basically a two-slider system where basically you can resize and rotate elements just with two fingers. and this is really good for the small phones where you can basically just move things easily. When you click on it, it shows the tools. When you click again, it will disappear. Then there's props. So we divide the props into four main categories to make it simple. So there's characters, there's small things like handhelds, and then there's bigger things like furniture, and then large things like buildings and stuff like that. And even within each one we made it easy, so later on you can have libraries of things. So for example, there's a library of within characters you have people, you have animals, monsters, robots, and aliens. But basically, like let's say for example within people, you go through the list and you select something, you click on them, and you can resize them. Starting at the big size, but let's say resize them like this, and then click again on the gun, and then select, let's say you can select some food, for example. So have a nice muffin, for example. So you take the muffin and resize it, and you do muffin on the carpet. Click again, then you can add some text. Let's say lunchtime, for example, and you just position it like that. You can add, you can draw with you can choose colors and a little bit of some shapes, and you can also have a brush, select sounds, and you can basically go through. If you click away, you can basically go through multiple frames this way. So there's basically, you can go back and forth between the frames. You can save your frame, and basically that's how you create things. Now we'll go back to the admin where you can actually manage all those things. So now we're going to take a look at the administration panel. But before we do that, we just want to give you a small glimpse into our new website at ComicReply.com. On the site, we have a complete introduction to the system, the admin panel, the contest app, and everything about it, the different tools, how contests are run, the different platforms you can work on, and we even have little diagrams explaining the process of a contest, the life cycle of a contest, and also summarizing the different aspects of the tools in detail. And the whole point of this site will be to direct people to sign up for a free product demonstration where we're going to learn more about their situation and how ComicReply can help them with running better contests. And then we'll set up a login account and admin a user account for them, and where they're going to be logging in just like we are doing right now and see this information. So yeah, basically the admin panel has these sections. I'm going to go quickly through them. There's many sections here. My contest is lists all your contests, the active contests, inactive contests. Contests are just drafts, and past contests are complete. When you click on a contest, you can actually see a widget preview, of the widget of the actual contest, and you can see that we have different contests here in the works. Drawing contest, all kinds of different contests. Some cartoons and stuff like that, and basically the idea is that you can preview the contest. And then we have a process for creating a new contest in 5 steps. So step 1 is the basic contest information. We set up the basic information, what type of contest, how you want to publish it, the contest duration, and so on. And then you go to the next step where you choose decide on the usage, how people sign up, the different options you want people to fill in what's going to be in the form when they sign up, how people submit entries, how many times can they enter per day or per week or per contest, how people vote, do they need to sign up for voting to vote, how many times can they vote per day or per contest, and so on, and different options for moderation. Next step is winning, different ways of winning. So how many winners are going to be in this contest, how they decide, are they the most voted top 10 or so, or does someone judge it out of the top 10, or so on and so forth. Different pieces of information that can be displayed on the winners page. The prize inventory, you can upload the pictures of the prizes and the descriptions. The basic contest rules, so this is just a placeholder. We have a generic, basically, contest rules, where the official contest rules includes the terms and privacy, but it could be separated. And the winner release form for when somebody wins, and you need to basically get them to sign that you can use their name and stuff like that. So these are, we have generic rules, and the client's lawyers will have to review them before running the contest. Then you can publish the contest on your site by copying the embed code on your site or on Facebook. For custom, for the mobile apps, we're going to have to work with the clients to connect it to their accounts and tweak it. And then for publishing on ComicReply.com, when we're basically going to talk to the customers for that. And then they can, when they're ready, they can click the button to launch, and that will basically just email us, and we will review everything and contact them to complete the setup for the contest. That's a new contest. Then the contest settings basically has the same information, a few more features, like for example uploading the contest banner or sponsor logo and stuff like that. The reason we have the same information here under contest settings is because sometimes the person who starts the contest is not the person who would be adjusting things later on. It's because this is an enterprise system, and the idea is to allow for all kinds of situations. We have multiple people working on the project. Then there's a system for the customized contest. This is more customizations, where you can basically select what would the text will be in different places on the site, on the system. The emails, so for example, you can see that say the forgot password email, you can see it in English or in French. So we have all those already in there, and you can set up which location each item would be. It could be in Canada with Quebec, without Quebec, in different countries, or planet Earth, everywhere. And this is all set up per contest. Then there's styles, which is the CSS files for each section of the contest, and this can also be adjusted per contest, per location, and maybe even per language, and that would make every contest look very, very different. Then we have the asset gallery, which is asset library, which is where you actually assign basically the content for each contest. So for example, this is the default library for some pictures that we have for backgrounds, and then different props. But if you go to, for example, the Melty comics library, it has different backgrounds, and it has one item from the other system. We just took it out. You can add items, you can upload files, and in the same way you can upload the props, and you can upload the characters and the talking bubbles and stuff like that. So that this way you can customize your contest to be completely unique, and you can just add and remove items this way. Then you have the S8 settings, where you can basically assign a library to a contest, because sometimes you might just want to repeat the library. For example, if you have this Christmas library, and you have all these Christmas background pictures and props and stuff like that, and you just want to repeat for another Christmas library, then you can use that. In the widgets, you can basically We had the embed widget before, but here we're going to have extra widgets where you can basically embed just, for example, a top 10 list or stuff like that that can go actually on the client's homepage or other parts of the web um, assets. It can be on the main website or other websites they have, just to promote this contest along with content from the contest to make it more interesting. So we're going to add more widgets here over time. This is just a placeholder for future stuff. Then there's the manage section, the manage contests. This includes moderating all the content elements, all the entries, so you can approve or decline entries for the contest, and then you can basically view all the entries in the list view or different views. You can view messages. This is for communication with the participants, especially for winners. So you have to get their address to send them deliver prizes. Then you can see all the participants and their information. You click on them, and then you can see the prizes and assign prizes to winners. So you could choose, for example, this Scoopy bag box, or let's say the El Cheapo Movers T-shirt, and assign it to a specific winner from the winners list, and then you can go back and forth until you finish all the winners, and then you can manage the prize delivery, and you can check if it was delivered or if there was any issue with it. And that's the main part. But then there's the reports. For example, the ComicReply reports. ComicReply reports we have you can choose from date to date, just like Google kind of thing, and see how many views, entries, votes, and participants you had, and you can download them. We also have a placeholder for connecting with special events to Google Analytics, so you can track the traffic that you had in correlation to the contest. And there's also, we could add other spots here for basically for connecting with Hootsuite or connecting with other systems to measure the social media viral activity and stuff like that. Here you can edit your login information, which is the same as clicking on settings, and then the users section is managing all the different accounts and basically setting up the different roles in the system and stuff like that. And that's basically the main administration system, and that's basically the quick overview of everything. There's a few more features here and there, but we probably missed. But that's about it. Thanks.